Aloha, I'm Jennifer Sojot, and here are today's top Hawaii headlines from the editors at the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Also, a huge mahalo to Long's Drugs Hawaii for sponsoring the show. Head on over to your neighborhood Long's Drugs for all your shopping needs. Homebuyers are facing an increasingly tough market as long-term mortgage rates continue to climb. According to mortgage buyer Freddie Mac, the 30-year fixed-rate mortgage averaged 6.94% this week. That compares to 6.92% last week and 3.09% at the same time last year. The average rate on a 15-year fixed-rate mortgage jumped to 6.23% from 6.09% last week. 1 year ago, the 15-year rate was 2.33%. Mortgage rates are creeping higher as the Federal Reserve works to rein in the economy and tame inflation by hiking interest rates. In September, the Fed raised its benchmark borrowing rate another 0.75 of a point. It was the fifth increase of the year and the third consecutive 0.75 percentage point bump. The central bank's aggressive campaign has stalled the housing market. Not counting a steep slowdown at the start of the pandemic, housing sales are at their slowest annual rate since 2012. A jury has concluded that Oscar winner Kevin Spacey did not sexually abuse actor Anthony Rapp while both were on Broadway in the 1980s. Rapp claimed Spacey molested him when he was 14 and Spacey was 26. During the trial, Rapp testified that Spacey picked him up and briefly laid on top of him on a bed in Spacey's apartment. Rapp said he wiggled out and fled as an inebriated Spacey asked him if he was sure that he wanted to leave. Spacey maintained that the encounter never happened, and his lawyer said Rapp could have made it up based on his performance in Precious Sons. In that play, actor Ed Harris picks up Rapp's character and lays on top of him briefly after mistaking him for his wife. Rapp sought $40 million in damages. Spacey's career was derailed after multiple people came forward with claims of sexual abuse. Police say speed and inattention were factors in a crash that killed a 49-year-old woman in Pahoa Wednesday night. The Hawaii Police Department said the woman was driving near Kahakai Park when her Mazda sedan ran off the road and hit a rock wall shortly after 10 o'clock. She was traveling east on Kahakai Boulevard and failed to negotiate a right turn at the road's end. The woman was alone in the car at the time of the crash. First responders found her unresponsive, and she was pronounced dead at Hilo Medical Center early this morning. It is the 31st traffic-related fatality in Hawaii County this year, up from 20 at the same time last year. Police are asking anyone who witnessed the crash to contact Officer Jared Kabatu at 808-961-2339. Those who wish to remain anonymous can call Crime Stoppers at 808-961-8300. Slavery is on the ballot for some American voters this November. More than 150 years after slaves were freed in the U.S., proposals in 5 states seek to close loopholes that led to forced labor by convicted felons. The 13th Amendment banned enslavement for involuntary servitude, but an exception has allowed for people convicted of certain crimes to be exploited. Almost 20 states have constitutions that include language permitting slavery and involuntary servitude as criminal punishments. Lawmakers in some of those states are working to remove the exception, while maintaining allowances for prison labor. The issue will be in front of voters in Alabama, Louisiana, Oregon, Tennessee, and Vermont this year. Trailblazing actress May Wong will be the first Asian American to be featured on U.S. currency. The U.S. Mint announced that quarters bearing Wong's face will go into circulation on October 24th. The actor is one of 5 women to be honored as part of this year's American Women Quarters program. Born in Los Angeles in 1905, Wong started acting during the silent film era. Her first big role was in 1922's The Toll of the Sea, and for several years she was typecast as an Asian dragon lady. After escaping discrimination with a stint in Europe, Wong returned to Hollywood in the early 1930s. In 1938, she won the role of a Chinese-American doctor in King of Chinatown that was part of a multi-picture deal at Paramount. Wong moved to television in the 1950s and was the first Asian-American lead actor in a U.S. show. After a career spanning decades in film, television, and theater, she became the first Asian American to be awarded a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 1960. She died a year later. For more on these stories and all the latest headlines, subscribe to the Honolulu Star-Advertiser, visit Hawaii's top source for breaking news online at staradvertiser.com, and download the Star-Advertiser mobile app. Mahalo, have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.